Hello, ladies. I am sorry. I went to go live and the video was not picking up my camera. Hold on. Yes. All right. So it wasn't picking up my camera for some reason. Hi, Dawn. So I had to exit out and start over. I think I clicked too quickly when I started. So I'm really sorry. Hey, Karen. Hey, Sheila. All right. So for tonight's card, I believe I forgot to print out my sheet. It's been a mess here today. So we have a 5.5 by 8.5 cardstock, right? Then I said we needed coordinating cardstock, 2 pieces, 5.25 by 4. Hi, everybody. And then I wanted you to do a basic white that is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and then a designer series paper 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Then I said I wanted you to have a piece of paper measuring 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. Thanks, Stu. Hi, Margaret. Um, for your sentiment, and I actually die cut a circle, and then I said I wanted you to have a 2 by 2 for a matte piece for your sentiment, and I just did a scallop circle, and I'm just going to move this in a little bit. Okay, and the colors I chose are for me tonight is Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, Basic White, and then I'm not using the hearts. I'm going to use this piece on the front. So let's just get started. I'm going to show you on a different sheet of paper because I already did score mine. So I just wanted to score it with you so you can see exactly what I wanted you to do. So you have your 5.5 by 8.5 piece, and you're going to score it at your normal 4.25. Okay, so you'll have your basic card base, which is perfect, right? Then what I want you to do is from this right side here, I want you to mark at 1.5 inches. And then we're going to mark at 1.5 inches on this side. Let me just get that other measurement. I forgot to write it down. And then on your score line that we just scored, I want you to measure down 3 inches. So right on that score line. So you should now have 3 marks on your piece of paper. 1.5 inches from the left side, 1.5 inches from the right side, and 3 inches from the top in. Okay? So those are our score lines. Let me just get rid of this. I was working on Thursday's cards. So those are the 3 marks you have. Now you can either do it on a piece of foam, or you can pull your scoreboard in again. And what you're going to do is line up, and you could draw a line if you wanted to, but I'm going to put my 1.5 inch mark right here in that slit, okay? And I'm going to move my paper in and around until I get both my marks, and I'm going to move this up here, both my marks inside of my scorer. And I am going to score a line. Now, if you have a hard time doing it that way, let me just grab a piece of foam, okay? You can then, let me see, where is my, it's not there. Yeah, today was a crazy day, for sure. All right, I don't know where my little tool is. Everything's not on my desk for some reason. Ah, I found it. All right. So if you have a hard time with the scoreboard, you can actually take your ruler and line it up at the 1.5, and then move your ruler down to your 3-inch mark. This might be easier. And you're going to just score from that 3-inch to that 1.5 inch. So now you have a score line here, here, and here. Okay, can you see that? Happy Monday. Yep, it was a happy Monday. Our community has not had garbage pickup in over 4 weeks. And the management said that they were going to bring us a dumpster so we could dump our garbage. I mean, it was just overflowing. Just imagine 4 weeks worth of garbage. Well, they did deliver the dumpster today, and it was 2 blocks over. And we had to schlep our trash. So I'm not in a good mood today. We had to schlep our trash 2 blocks. And if I tell you how much trash we had for these 4 weeks, craziness. So I am not a happy camper today. All right. So this is your regular card, but what you're going to do is you're going to pull this piece in, and we are going to fold it on those score lines, just like that. So now you have a card without a corner. Now you can leave it so it's on this side of your card, or you can flip it around and have it on your left hand side. Hey, Kathy. So that's what I did to my melon mambo. And I am just going to make sure these score lines are nice. And I think I said I was going to use this side. If I want to go this way, actually, we can change it, and I can put the hearts. Maybe we'll do hearts, so we're happy. So now we're going to take our coordinating card stock. That's 5 1/4 by 4. And we want a matte layer for this. So this time, we are going to take off. I just want to make sure I did this right. We're going to take off 1/8 of an inch, right? Because our matte layers are 1/8 of an inch smaller. I'm actually going to keep it this way. So this was 1.5, and this was 3, right? So now it's 2 5/8. So we want a matte layer on the front of our card. So we're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to do it on the second one because we need it for the inside of the card. So this one is 1 3/8. So we're going to pull, here's my pencil. We're going to mark this piece at 1 3/8. Okay, so I just put a little tiny mark, and then we're going to come up here and we're going to do 2 1/4. So you don't get confused, we want to do 2 1/4 from this left hand side because we want to take off this corner. Okay, now that we have our marks, I can now, let's see, where's the other one? I lost it. There it is. All right, so here's my one mark, and here's my second mark. And this time, I am just going to cut that corner completely off. Now, this is for the inside of my card. I just want to check and make sure that it fits, and it does. Okay. Then I had to do it to my designer series paper. And again, this was the 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And now we're going to cut off another 1/8 of an inch. So this was, what did I say? 1 3/8. So we're going to take off an 1/8. It should be 1 1/4. Let me just write that down so I don't forget. And then up here is, it looks like it is about 2 1/8. All right. So it fits perfectly on our matte layer. Is everybody with me? Yes, I will. I will post them tomorrow. So we're going to do the same thing with our basic white layer for the inside. Now, if you want to do it easier, you can line up your basic white layer, and we're going to mark it. Let's move it down a little bit so you can see. Here's the end right here. And then here is the end right here. All right, so I marked it right where the end of the corner is, here and here. So if you line this piece up really well, you'll see that here's a mark. Let me just get this one better. And here's a mark. So you're going to want to cut this corner off, but we have to also take off an 1/8 of an inch. So I would line these up inside these grooves again and just move it about an 1/8 of an inch and cut that off. And let's just see how close that is. And that's pretty good. That's about right. Okay. I'm just going to take off my pencil marks. Okay. So again, we're going to measure up 1.5 inches. We're going to measure over. I think I did 3 inches from this side. Okay. 3 inches, keeping everything on the same side. And there is our card base. This is our 5 1/4 by 4. And we took off an 1/8 of an inch on each side. So this should be 3 1/8. Okay. And this is our matte layer. So let's put this on the front of the card. So I hope everybody's doing well. Our garbage is now gone. Thank goodness. What a mess. What a stinking mess. I mean, I just can't even believe our community has been on the news. The garbage company has been on the news. It has been just craziness. All right, and then I am going to add my designer series paper. Again, we could have used the hearts, but I had chosen this side first. And we're just going to layer this up just like this. All right. Now, I do have my sentiment piece, but I'm going to show you now that we have our card base made. I had told you to have some images together and ready and things to decorate. And I decided to use the textured floral stamp set. Okay. And I already stamped my images. This is the large flower in Melon Mambo. And then I did 2 of the medium flowers in Flirty Flamingo. And I did 2 of the smallest flower in Flirty Flamingo. It actually, the stamps are textured. So that is why the colors are so different. Now I just want to grab this centerpiece. I don't even know what color to use for it. So let's see. Let's use crushed curry. So I think I've told everybody that Bill's been having trouble with his liver. And now we're going to see a liver specialist. But the VA called to make us an appointment with hepatology, and he's in so much pain, so we thought we would get an appointment pretty quick, because we did go in and see the doctor. October. They're not going to see him until October. So I haven't called yet, but I'm going to see if I can't get community care so I can try to get him in earlier than October. I don't know. It's crazy. Just crazy. All right. So these are the flowers that I stamped and die cut. And then this set also has, and let me just pull it in so I can show you, a nice big giant leaf. And I used old olive. I can't even get it out of my bucket here. All right. So this leaf here goes to this flower. Just like that. Okay. And like I said, that's old olive. And then I also stamped and die cut 2 of the smaller leaves, which are right here, again in old olive. And then I die cut a centerpiece for the large flower. I am actually going to put this on with a glue dot. And let's see. We're going to stick it right here. It is ridiculous. He's going for they're going to do an ultrasound and another CT scan, and they're scheduled for July 27th, and the appointment isn't until October. I just don't get it. It's crazy. And then there's a die in this set. oh, for these little sprigs, and they all tangled together. And I actually die cut them from vellum, and only because I couldn't decide on a color. So I went with vellum. No color, just fill. All right. So now we can decorate, and you can decorate yours however you like. You can just keep it within this area. You can, and I'm going to show you by doing it this way. Let's see. So you know that, oops, if it was a normal card, this would be the size. So you can decorate this area without going over these edges, or you can just decorate this area here. And what I decided was to fill in this space, and I'm actually going to leave this here so I can make sure I don't go over. I decided that I was going to add my flowers to fill in this empty corner. Okay, just something a little bit different. So I am going to actually add this leaf right here. I'm going to come down just a little bit because I want that flower. I want to pop up this flower. Okay, and I don't want it to go over. So let's grab some dimensionals. I just saw them. Oh, here they are right here. We're going to just add, I'm going to add 2 dimensionals, and I'm going to add them here. Then this way I can make sure that it doesn't go over the edge. And I'm going to add this flower right about there. Okay. Now I have this fill. And I don't want it to go over the edge. So I think I'll stick this under. But see, sometimes that's partially why we have community service for Bill's other doctors, because you can never get into the VA. The other reason is because of his heart. Nobody wants to work on him because of his heart. So we run into a dilemma in 2 different ways. All right, I want to stick this under here. I just don't want it to go over the edge there. So I'm going to trim this off and add more glue. So I can fit it under here. Come on. It's getting stuck on something. Wrong one. All right, there we go. All right, so I have my fill facing this way. Now we can add our other flowers. And I think we will, let's put these flowers up on a dimensional. I'm going to actually add my dimensional right to the card, because again, I want to make sure that I put it in the right place. So we'll put this one here. And this is the medium flower. And we'll add this one here. Okay. Now we have some more leaves. I don't think I am going to add too many more leaves. I'm going to trim this one down. Let's see how it looks over here. Nope, I don't think so. And then we have the smaller flowers. I think for now, I think that is all I'm going to do for the front. I'm going to save these flowers for the inside. All right, so you can see there it is on the back. Okay. And there's no interference when you open the card, right? So let's pull in our stamp set. I'm actually going to it is just so stinking warm again. Oh, I can't wait till the heat breaks. I'm going to use some Melon Mambo. Let me get this. I don't know what I did with my little... Oh, I'm just so discombobulated. And we're going to ink this up. Now, I already, if you can see, I used a spoon to get all the ink out of the center of the ink pad. So I'll get a nice stamp. I'm going to just stamp this birthday right here. And then we can add our sentiment. I'm going to use just a little bit of glue, not gloppy so it shows through. I'm just going to put it right here on that scallop. All right, we have 2 leaves here. Let's see. Nope. All right, so now I think I will pop this up onto this corner. And I didn't even look to see if I had any ribbon to match because I just don't think I do. And I'm just going to put this right here. Okay. And then there is the front of our card. 90s tomorrow in the... Oh, yeah. Thank you, Emma. Yes, it's textured floral. And you can see, let's see, did I put the stamps away? I did. I don't know if you can, you probably can't on that one. But if you look at the stamp, it's not, it has like little, it has texture on it. And let's see if I have that piece of paper here. Because I was playing beforehand. Let me see where it is. And here's the sheet that I die cut all my flowers out of. And let's see if you can see. Here's that middle flower, okay? Here it is the first time I stamped it. Because my stamp pad has so much ink, you couldn't see the texture. And on this one you can. So I just used the spoon and wiped away all that ink and got a really nice stamp. Because these are pretty. All right. So now we have our inside insert and our basic white. I gotta get rid of that. Okay. So let's do this. I think I'll take, wrong piece. I think I'll take this leaf. And let's see. I'll put it right here. And then we'll take this flower. And I guess I think that's the right side. I'm going to add it right here. Yeah, I hear you, Karen. I will try to make the directions as simple as possible, and make sure that I get them down really good for you. The decorating part is the easy part, right? Because you can decorate it any which way you can. And then we're just going to add this right to the center of the card. This would have been a good Fun Fold Friday card, right? All right. So there it is. So just remember, and I'll use this template. This is 1.5 inches. This is 1.5 inches. And then here's my dot here. This is 3 inches. Okay. So that is our template. Then we can do it right from here. From here to here measures 2.5. So then do, what was I saying? This is what, 5.25, 5.5. So our 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. You're going to measure over 2.5 and mark. And then here, nope, that's a lie. 2 3/8 and mark. And then this is 1.5. So you would do up 1 3/8. And then for the next layer, you would do 2 1/4, 1 1/4. All right. And let's just check it. Yep. And that's how you would do it. And that would be your layers to cut off this corner. I hope that makes a little bit more sense. And like I said, when I make the post, I'll make sure I post it early tomorrow and I put it down. I will make sure that I mark and, I'll use the template. So you have your arrows, and then I'll use a 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 and show you where to cut it. Then this way you'll have a really good explanation and you'll visually see it. So then you'll come out with a card that looks like this. So I hope you like this card. Sorry for the technical problem in the beginning. I just forgot my camera was hooked up, but it wasn't meld to YouTube. So have a great night, ladies. Today is Monday. I guess I'll see you Thursday night. Thanks, Stu. Thanks, Karen. So have a great night, ladies, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.